Okay, so here we have a Julian Nagelsmann tactic. It won the Euros with Germany. It made the quarterfinals with Bayern Munich and won the league with Bayern Munich. And it just absolutely dominated the Euros with Germany. And it's doing very well in real life as well. So let's just dive into it. This is the results. We beat England 1-0, Netherlands 1-0, Bulgaria 7-3, all in the groups. And then we go Turkey in the second round, 2-0 win. We beat Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain. We'll beat Spain in the final, Portugal in the semis, Netherlands in the quarters, and Turkey in the second round. So I've just watched through the final, and there's not really much going on there. So let's just watch. Let's see if the semi-finals is much different. Second goal. Musiala in the box to Fulkrug, just straight through. As soon as they win the ball back, we'll go when we win the ball back. Just look at like the position, and I'll show you the position in a minute. But look, Costa kicks it long. Kimmich wins it back. Oh no, they kind of lose it. Guerrero, Jota, Palhinha. There we go, so we win the ball back here. It's kind of scuffed because we just counter straight away, so we can't really show you the shape, but you sort of see Emre Can running into that centre back spot there. Rams there just to win it back, and then here we just counter into Kimmich. And let's just see if we can try and show you the shape a little bit better. So as you can see, we've got Emre Can here, Rudiger here, Hummel's here, and this is Gundogan who's going to run into position. Kimmich on the right, which is done in real life. Muller, Fulkrug sort of dropped deep, but he did start a lot lower. Musiala and then Raum. Muller just puts it in the back of the net to make it 3-2 and sends Germany to the Euros final. So let's go and have a look at the stats. As you can see, we won the Euros here. Most points per game, nope. Most shots for, 118 shots. Like a lot of the tactics have been doing recently, they've absolutely been so good defensively and so good attacking. The best pass completion with 90%. 100 tackles won, 2 clean sheets, which isn't great. 19 goals in 7 matches. Second highest possession with 60. This dominates possession, whilst also attacking really strong. The most dribbles, and we only conceded 9 goals. So yeah, overall a very good tactic. Okay, so here we have the Bayern Munich test. As you can see, Harry Kane scored 28 goals. Alphonso Davies has the most assists. So let's have a look at the results. We won the league with Bayern Munich. We'll get into all the rest of the detail. Champions League quarter-final, knocked out to Man City. It's hard to beat Man City. The DFB Pokal quarter-finals, knocked out to Leipzig, who you can see here finished third, and then the winner of the DFL Super Cup. So yeah, let's have a look at the stats in the Bundesliga. As you can see, 87 goals. Wow. Most points per game, most shots for, third best pass completion, third most for clean sheets, 87 goals, 218 shots against, 57% possession, that's third in the league, the most amount of dribbles in the league, and the fewest goals conceded in the league. And as you can see here, let's just quickly go over to it. As you can see here, 24 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses. So yeah, let's go to the Champions League. Man City won it for the second time. Not great. 18 goals. This wasn't as good in the Champions League. I think it sort of just depends on what team you go with, and this was only a season, so you can't really just jump into it and expect it to work like that. We didn't make any signings, we didn't sell anybody, we just get the same team. For 180 dribbles, yeah, this one of the Champions League didn't really go as well as the plan, but we made the quarterfinals besides the point. On the DFB Pokal, Leipzig won it. Oh no, they're in the final. They haven't won it yet. But we got knocked out in the quarterfinals to them. We scored 7 goals. Again, not great in the tournaments, but in the league it actually destroys teams and tears teams apart. But to be fair, 7 goals making the quarterfinals, it's not too bad. Plus we started in the 3rd round, so it's not that bad actually. Most clean sheets as well. That's a positive to take from it. But yeah, this is the tactic. This is it at Bayern Munich. It's the exact same as Germany. I haven't made any tweaks at all. So yeah, Manuel Neuer in goal with Sukeep on support and no additional instructions. Mazraoui on wing back, attack, stay wider, and that's the same for Alphonso Davies, just to get these sort of bombing up the pitch. The 2 centre backs on different roles. With Upamecano, the right centre back, on a ball playing defender, and the left sided one on central defender. You can put him on central defender, but I felt as if I put it on central defender, I keep more of the ball instead of just pinging every ball that they get long, and just keep it simple. Goretzka on halfback. You'll see a picture on the screen now of Toni Kroos dropping into sort of that left back role as a halfback. We'll show you the balls in a minute. Kimmich on defensive midfielder, defend. He does kind of like on here. He goes up the pitch quite a lot. I try to think of a way to keep him back a bit more. I was messing about with ball winning midfielder, but in real life he's not really a ball winner. And deep line playmaker, but that pushes him up even more. So I think defensive midfielder is probably the best one he can go. I just feel like that midfield's open quite a lot with Goretzka being over here, and the 2 wing backs bombing up the pitch. The 2 wingers are on the exact same instructions on attack. Advanced playmakers on attack. That's just to get them squeezing inside to free up the flanks for Mazraoui and Davies, or the fullbacks, to go up. Musiala, the cam, is on attacking midfielder. I put him on attacking advanced playmaker, but I didn't like how all 3 of the forwards were on the exact same role. So I made him attacking midfielder and then put Rome for position on, because they basically have the same thing. And Harry Kane, deep line forward. You see Havertz dropping kind of deep, not as deep down here as a false 9 would do in the game, all the way down here, but he kind of just drops a tad bit deeper to get the ball and push the team up the pitch. The team mentality. Why am I on Musiala? The team mentality is on positive. In possession is fairly narrow. That should keep them nice and tight. As you'll be able to see on the Toni Kroos picture, which I'll put back on the screen now, they do sit kind of tight and narrow, just to have more passes. Passing to space, you could put passing to space on. I've took it off just to make it a bit more FM friendly. And then play out of defence is definitely, they tend to pass it about the defence quite a bit and then look for a counter. Passing directness is on shorter and tempo is on higher. Again, more possession, the really quick counter attacks. As soon as they win that ball back, they're just boom straight on them. And then yeah, you could put work ball into the box, but they've scored quite a few outside the box goals this season, with cutbacks and hitting the ball into the box. I wouldn't put hit early crosses on though, because they do tend to work it in the box sometimes. Counter press and counter is definite. It's a gegenpressing tactic, so those 2 need to be on. Distribute quickly. I've kind of just played about with this because I watched the Scotland game and I didn't really get any goal kicks. I didn't really watch the Hungary game that much. So yeah, I put that on because that's what I expect them to do. High press and much higher defensive line. That's just to keep them nice and compact up the pitch. But yeah, the trigger presses on much more often and prevent short goal kick distribution. So yeah, that's the tactic. You can download it on the link in the description and on Sort It Out SI's website. But yeah, that's the tactic. Give it a test for yourself. And any results, just put something in any crazy results with crazy teams, put them in the comments, or use the share your results thing on Sort It Out SI. because I want to see how this tactic does at other teams instead of just Germany and Bayern Munich. But I'm going to use this in one of my saves because I like how it plays out. But yeah, that's going to be it, and I'll see you in the next video, which